Hi everyone, Duke Danger here, and this week I'm playing a game I really hoped I would get finished by now. But since I only got it on Monday and I'm only 33% of the way through the game, I guess I'm gonna have to do my first thoughts review instead of a completed game review, which I may or may not do. I think I can pretty much cover everything in my first thoughts. And that game is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, this game surprised me very much so, because if any of you remember, I fucking hated Assassin's Creed Revelations, Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed 3. But this game is fun. Yeah. It is very fun. Um, you're a pirate, obviously. You sail around, you blow up people, which is surprising. I mean, I can't believe it myself, but it's good. It's fun. Which was something the other Assassin's Creed games were sorely missing, and people, I've heard a lot of things about it not being an Assassin's Creed game anymore because you don't have the huge sprawling cities, and you're not actually a member of the Assassin Order. Um, but it is. There are a lot of locations to explore. Um, a lot of it's a huge map. It really is, and admittedly, there's not a lot in it. But the islands themselves, you can stop at pretty much any island you want. Um, there are a lot of islands with viewpoints, things to do on them, like assassin missions. Even though you're not a member of the Assassin Order, I'll get to that in a bit. But the game's fun. There's a lot of upgrading to do, and the upgrading actually makes sense this time because the weapons gradually increase in strength instead of you spend, say, £150,000 in Assassin's Creed 3 on a really good sword, and then the next one along is shite. They've done away with that. Guns, you can carry 4 guns, those all get better as you go on. The ship upgrades, including the ship appearance upgrades, are all very well balanced. It seems that they spent more time on making this game than they did on Assassin's Creed 3, which is good in some ways, but I really wish they'd focused on Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I wanted this game on Wii U because games just run better on the Wii U. If you don't believe me, buy a Wii U and try it the fuck out before you just base everything on the fact that it's Nintendo. But no, I'm really enjoying it. Surprisingly, the story is wank. Now, sorry for spoilers, but at the end of Assassin's Creed 3, Desmond dies. Which led me to believe that they would have his father in the Animus this time, because it's still following the same bloodline. I mean, this is Edward Kenway, Connor Kenway from Assassin's Creed 3's grandfather, and Haytham Kenway's dad. But, no, that's not the way they did it. It turns out that Abstergo Industries has become a game development company. Yeah. And you're testing a game based on the memories they extracted from Desmond Miles' dead body. At first I didn't mind so much because that really annoying British guy and the stupid tomboyish mechanic, who's the most unbelievable character in all of the games so far, wasn't in there. But they're in the game. They're hidden around, dotted around. It turns out that annoying mechanic lady is some sort of courier, and the annoying British guy runs a coffee stand. Yeah. And you have a hacker who happens to be their IT professional telling you to hack into people's computers for no readily apparent reason, and then the story becomes apparent. They found Desmond Miles' dead body inside that cave and extracted his brain, plugged that in somewhere, and developed a video game around it. But I can just tell the whole thing is going to become cartoonishly evil. So evil, in fact, that it would be laughable. Much like the entire series to date, apart from Assassin's Creed 2 and the first Assassin's Creed. Now, the Black Flag story in Edward Kenway's timeline is a little bit better. You're basically a dick. You get your assassin's robes because you kill a bloke who's an assassin because you think he's got money on him, and then he tells you that he has to get to Havana to deliver something, so you kill him and take his robes and go to collect his reward yourself. And then you get to Havana, and there's a whole thing with joining the Templar Order, and I thought, oh, this is really good, we finally get to explore the Templar Order. Maybe they're going to explore the possibility that the assassins aren't good guys. Maybe they're just as evil. But no, they don't, because as soon as you meet them, the Templars become cartoonishly evil again, and chase you out of Havana. In fact, they lock you up on a ship, and then you steal one of the military ships, the Spanish military ships, and sail away into the horizon. And then all the fun begins. But speaking of Havana, pretty big city actually, quite nice. Same with Kingston, Jamaica, which I've just got to, but that's neither here nor there. And later on in the story you meet the assassins. This is about where I've got to. You meet the assassins, and I think, oh, fucking fantastic. Now he's going to join the assassins, and the game's just going to be like Assassin's Creed 3. He's going to become all annoyingly self-righteous, and he's going to believe that he's correct, even though their mantra is, nothing is true. But no, he doesn't join the assassins either, so it looks like you go through the entire game as a free agent, which I'm trying to understand how Haytham became a Templar from this story, and I'm struggling a little bit. The whole story seems to revolve around finding this thing called the Observatory, which allows you to follow anyone, anywhere, at any time. I'm not sure why they'd want to do that, but they are, and I can guarantee it's going to be a bloody Animus. But no, I mean, the story is wank, basically. The story's fucking awful. Edward Kenway's a much better character than we've seen before. He sort of reminds me of Altair, who is a much more believable character than Ezio or Connor, or even Haytham. But no, Edward is by far my favourite character, and he's my favourite Welsh character in video games. There are a couple of annoying characters naturally, apart from the annoying British guy and the annoying mechanic lady. But no, I think the game's really good. Like, it's surprisingly good. So I would recommend picking it up. I wouldn't expect a huge wealth of runny, jumpy, climby, stabby. But if you want a good pirate simulator, essentially, then I'd get this. I mean, you can even board ships and then decide what you want to do with them. But yeah, I'd get it. And this is the, honest to goodness, the first Assassin's Creed game I could recommend after Assassin's Creed 2. I'm not sure why I bought it, to be honest, but I'm glad I did. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. Next week I'll be doing Arkham Origins, the Wii U version, because it's a known fact that runs better on Wii U. So I'll be picking that up along with the DLC. Hopefully I can get all that finished by Thursday next week. Sorry that I haven't done a complete review of this week, but who knows, if the story does a complete turnaround, because I can sort of see where it's going, and I'm sure a lot of you can as well. If the story does a complete turnaround, I will do a finished game review, like I did with Deadly Premonition, which I plan to revisit at some point, because my old reviews were shit. Yeah, I'll definitely do another video. But if the story carries on in much the same way as I think it will, which won't hold much bearing on any part of my life and won't really bear talking about, then I probably won't. I've told you everything about the game so far. There's probably a few features I'm yet to unlock, like undersea diving, which is something I'm yet to unlock, but to be honest, I think the game's worth it on its own merits halfway through the game. If it gets shit, again, I'll do another review, but I'm not sure that it will, to be honest. Anyway, that's it for this week. Sorry it's a bit early again. I'm away from tomorrow to Monday, possibly Tuesday, so hopefully I'll be a little bit later next week. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about it. Buy the game, it's excellent. Probably wait for it to drop in price a little bit. I got this for £32 on Amazon, so that's a pretty good price. I'm happy with that price. Next week, Batman. Duke Danger, out.